Hey guys, how we doing? Thanks for jumping on. I'm just trying to work out how to get this screen to face the whiteboard so you guys can see it. Then I can take you through this stuff and it's not all Russian backwards writing. So just bear with me a minute because I haven't worked out how to do this. I think I'm going to have to flip the camera around and do it a different way, because yeah, does that make sense to you guys? Just give me a thumbs up if you can read that stuff there, or not. That stuff in the background, can you actually see it? Hey guys, thanks for the good mornings, really appreciate it. But can anybody just let me know that they can see this, or is it looking backwards, if that makes sense? Because last time I did a live on my page, it was like, yeah, back to front. Alright, cool. So what I need to do is, why is it so complicated? Like, this just proves anyone can do this business. Alright, so I'm going to have to flip my camera, I think. So there you go, beautiful wall of my office. Alright, so if I spin, the problem is I'm not going to be able to see you guys or see me, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to have to do it this way, fuck it. I can't be arsed, it's Saturday. Alright, so let me just bring this forward. Hey, doesn't matter. So, guys, here's what I wanted to talk to you about. This, and by the way, you can see this now. So, this business is about recruiting, okay? One of the most exciting things about this business is, in fact, I can go this way for now. Hey, how we doing? So, I can talk you through the recruiting angle, and what I absolutely love about it is new people. This business is all about relationships for me. I absolutely love the friendships that I've created, the fun that I've had, and I'm 100% sure you're exactly the same. Like, some of the best parts of this business are the people we get to work with day in, day out. And you know what? There's loads of new people out there that are looking for an opportunity and looking to change their life. And if you were at our event in Bury the other night, some of the stories were absolutely mind-blowing. So, you know, that's what excites me every single time when I do an event, when I do an opportunity call, all that kind of stuff. It is the thing that really, really blows my mind about the business. And I was at home with my mum and dad last night. I popped over to see them, and then I get a text message of Nikki in Australia to say that her new team member had gone DD in a day. And I'm like, what a frigging business we are in. Like, 10,000 miles away, that's going on. So we're totally blessed, guys. So we've made an amazing start to the year, Team Rhino. Really cool start to the year. We've recruited over 1,000 people in January, and we are pretty much on track to do the same thing in February as well, which is really good. A couple of things kind of flash up, warning signs. The first one is some people are really good at recruiting. Some people say that they struggle with it, which I'm going to kind of address in a minute. You don't struggle with it, you just probably don't do it. Because if you do it, you can't struggle with it. It's one of those things. If you actually do it, you will not struggle with it. A lot of the time people go, oh, I'm no good at recruiting, so they don't try and recruit, which means they never recruit anybody, so they feel rubbish at recruiting. It's like saying I'm no good at the gym, but I never go. So there's that thing that I want to address. I want to take you through some really simple strategies. What's been working for me this month, and I've been doing something that I've not done for years. Something that I did right at the beginning when I started building my business that I've done kind of inconsistently here and there over the years. Really just building my business in the nooks and crannies of the day when I've had 4 or 5 minutes to do it in between calls and last minute trying to get people to events. But this month I've been really structured. So I want to talk you through that and what's working for me. I also want to address empty recruiting. Now this is the good, the bad and the ugly. And the ugly part of recruiting is empty recruiting. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, because this hasn't started, but we've had it before where I've had people say, yeah, I've got a team of 20 distributors, but nobody's on the product and nobody's got any customers. So what's the frigging point, right? There's just 0 point in doing that. So that's probably the last thing that I'll address. So I just want to flip the camera round so you guys should be able to see this now. So the first line really is about this. You need to work on your ratio. I want you to have it in your mind. What is your ratio? So in anything that we're trying to build, you have to document stuff. You have to look at where you're at and are you improving, and actually are you doing better than you did last month. So if you don't know how many people you spoke to last month and how many people signed up, then you're not documenting it. Which means if you're not documenting it, you're probably getting out of bed with 0 urgency. We all know what we should do, but we all know that the day can get away with us as well. You know, the day can get away from us. Before you know it, you're like, shit, I should have contacted 10 people today about the business. And before you know it, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon and you've got to go and pick the kids up. So I want to really, really stress that urgency when it comes to recruiting is probably the most important thing that you've got in your locker. Being urgent to speak to people. Now, I don't mean hounding them. I don't mean harassing people. I mean you being urgent in getting through the numbers. Because all this is a numbers game. And the numbers game has become less stressful with social media, because in my opinion these people online aren't really humans until you actually meet them in person, if that makes sense, or until they actually sign up to the business. I've had loads of no's this month. If someone said to me, now I'm going to give you £1 million if you can write down the names of all the no's that you got, I wouldn't have a frigging clue who they were. I can't even think. I probably wouldn't even be able to write 5, because as soon as they say no, they're gone. Like, they delete and blocked from my mind. Not from my Facebook, but they're gone. Like, I don't think about them until maybe I follow up a few months later, or maybe they reach out to me and say they've changed their mind. So getting that urgency, making recruiting, making contacting people a priority, and then documenting everything that you do. So I'm going to talk you through that next. So job number 1, guys, and there's so many people that I work with and I say, have you done your list? And they're like, no. Well, you're not going to fucking recruit anybody if you haven't done your list. And what do I mean by list? I mean writing down every single person that you know. Every single person, name after name after name. Don't say they're on my Facebook, because that doesn't count. You need to use your Facebook, open up your Facebook contacts and write down every single person that you know. Open up your email and write down every single person that you've got on your Hotmail account or your Gmail. Open up your mobile phone, look through your address book, and I guarantee this 100%, you will all have at least 300 names, sorry. You'll all have at least 300 names. If the ratio's 10%, then let's look at 30 people joining your business, or 30 people having a look at the opportunity. So this is where the urgency comes in again. Like, are you urgently going to get on with this job of writing your list, or are you going to think about it for 2 weeks before you do it? Or are you going to write 5 people down and then you're going to get distracted and then you're going to come back to it a month later? And then you're going to message your upline and go, I can't recruit anybody, I'm struggling. And they're like, have you done your list? And you're like, well, no. Well, there's the answer. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be harsh here, but you've got to do the fucking work, guys. You literally have to work this business to build it. It isn't going to come to you. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, I got a sign last night, I had a dream about you. Have you joined the Juice Plus company? I'd love to work with you. That is never going to happen. It's never happened to me in 7.5 years. So, you need to get urgent with your list. Write it down. Names, 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 names. Now, here's the thing as well. You can probably see there, I've written, add more people. Okay, once you've got your list, you can start adding to that. You can start building on top of that list with more people that you meet every single day, whether it be online, whether it be offline. You're always building that list. So by the end of the year, if we go back to the documentation side, you can say, I've built a list of 1,000 people now. You know, I think we did a call ages ago with Olivia, and she showed her list of contacts that she'd spoken to that week. And there was just names. And I'm going to show you something that I'm doing in a minute, which is exactly the same thing. If you're one of these that has already done a list and you kind of like, right, my list is full and I've just got to get through the people, then fair enough. So let's just touch on briefly, how do you build your list? So what you've got to ask yourself is this: who are you? And where do people like you hang out on Facebook, on social media? So, for example, I'm doing CrossFit at the minute. I'm doing the CrossFit Open. So I could now decide that, you know what, I want to go and start speaking to people that do CrossFit and offer them a business opportunity. So where are those guys going to hang out? Well, it's a no-brainer, right? All you've got to do is search CrossFit on Facebook, hashtag search it on Instagram, and start to follow, add, and connect with these people. A guy in our team messaged me the other day. He's a fitness instructor, and he said, I really want to help some guys get healthy with this product. I was like, okay, cool, I totally understand that. I said, do me a favor though, before you start going after guys, you're just thinking, because you're a guy, you think that you should go and recruit guys. I was like, you don't need to do that until you've sent me your demographic. So what I mean by demographic, I said, who are the people that you work with the most? If you were to write down your friends or the people you associate with the most, who are they? What do you like about them? And you'll kind of be able to piece together what your demographic was. So when he sent me back his demographic, he was like, well, I work with women that are aged 40 to 50. They all want to lose weight. You know, they struggle with healthy eating. They love Zumba. So I'm like, okay, so your demographic is completely different to guys, right? Guys that want to get in shape. They're all women. So why would you run away from your demographic when you've already got one? So if you're a mum and you've got 2 kids and, you know, your kids are at a certain age, then your demographic is probably going to be related to that type of people. So what you've got to look at then is, where do those people hang out? What groups are they in? How can I contact? How can I build relationships? How can I build friendships with those people? And basically write their names on my list. All you're trying to do is grow your list, grow your list, grow your list. So get really good at identifying who you are and where people like you hang out. It's as simple as that. Just because I was a guy and I was a personal trainer, I still am a guy, by the way. So just because I'm a guy doesn't mean that I have to go, right, I'm going to go and recruit guys that are 35, that are former personal trainers, that are, you know, because that isn't my demographic anyway. I've always worked with women all my career. So my demographic is women that want to get in shape, that want to make more money, etc., etc. So don't kind of always see it that it's based around gender and it's based around who you are or what you do for a living. It might be actually the person that you're like inside and the person that you want to serve. So finding out who you are and where your people hang out is really, really key to growing your list. But I guarantee a lot of people watching this won't have even done their own list. So you've already got, I've given you like 300, maybe 400 names already to build your list and start contacting people. Okay, so that leads me on. Contact. So there's 3 points to this, 3 very, very simple things. And this is what I've been doing all month, and I'll talk you through that in a minute. The first part is intro. So when you add somebody or when you follow somebody or when you connect somebody, when they accept, you want to say, hey, and you want to introduce yourself. A sincere compliment is the easiest way to do it. Now, don't be creepy like, hey, you've got beautiful eyes, thanks for the ad. Like, you're gone. They're going to delete and block you. Simple. So make sure it's something that relates to them in a non-creepy way. So it's got to be quite kind of straight down the line. So what I use is I just say, hey, you've got some amazing content on your page, or I added you because, you know, I'm doing this, or I'm part of this group, or, you know, if you're adding a vegan, I'm a vegan as well, so I'm trying to connect with other vegans, that kind of thing. So that's the introduction. Now, they may message you back or they may not. So it's entirely up to you how direct you are with this. Now, by the way, I never mention the company product and I never mention the company name because I don't want to spam people Juice Plus. I don't mind direct marketing. Direct marketing works. You know, what you're actually doing is going out there reaching out to people. Direct marketing is good if you do it in the right way and you're going through the numbers quick. So what I would say, cool content. I added you because of this. By the way, I'm expanding my business. You wouldn't be interested in building a secondary income stream working from home, would you? Or you can tweak it and change it to whatever. So let's say you're targeting hairdressers and you want to kind of build a business with hairdressers. That's who you are. That's your tribe. That's who you want to help out. You know, I'm currently building a business that's really helping my hair salon grow online. I'm looking for some help. You wouldn't be interested in having a look at a secondary income opportunity, would you? No stock, no delivery. So the thing that's going to happen there is they're either going to say, send me some information. They're either going to ignore you or they're going to say they're not interested, right? That's what I've had all month. Those three things. I've either had, send me some info, I'm not interested, thanks, it's not for me, or I've had no reply, right? They're all cool. That's all good. No one's called me a dickhead. No one's told me to fuck off. No one said anything bad whatsoever. So all you guys that are scared about, you know, what people are going to say or what people might think, who gives a shit? Are they paying your bills? No. Doesn't matter. Are they going to pay for your holiday? No. Are they going to get you to Thailand? They ain't going to pay for it, right? So if they say no, it doesn't matter, you just move on. Now what you might want to do is follow up. So this is what I've been doing. I call it Follow Up Friday. As some of you have seen, every Friday I follow up with the people that I've spoken to that week. Hey, sorry we haven't had a chance to chat, or did you get a chance to check out the link? Or did you get a chance to check out the information? Now, the information that I send them will obviously be related to, you know, that person. So in terms of my idea on this is send somebody something that just gives them a little bit of a taste. So if you just built up a contact and they say they're interested, maybe sending them a 45-minute recording of an opportunity call is too long, because they're probably not going to watch it, and then that means they're not going to see what it is that we're about. So I actually send a secondary message if they say, can I have a little bit more info? So what I send is, I said, it's an amazing business opportunity. We operate in 26 different countries. You know, the products are low GI carbohydrate, whole food supplements, gluten-free, wheat-free, all that kind of stuff. Just some basic generic stuff on what it is that they can literally read in 20 seconds. And then at the end of that, I'll say, I can send you some more info that's in a bit more detail on how it works, or we can get on a call, or I can add you to a group that explains it. What would you prefer? Right? So the first bit is the introduction, saying, you know, hey, how you doing? Cool content. Would you be interested in? The second bit is waiting for the reply, yes, no, or ignored, which is totally fine. If they say yeah, then I would send them something really quick, like a very short paragraph on what it is, how it works, and kind of highlight the plus points. No stock, no delivery, 80k in bonuses, whatever it is, 4 ways of getting income, from 200 to 1,000 a month. I think the big thing in our business is time. So I always put from as little as 45 minutes a day. That's all you need. Or you can build it on the go with your other business. Now, if you're speaking to a specific demographic, like personal trainers, hairdressers, mums, you know, you might want to add in something that relates to them. So you might say, yeah, it doesn't take any time. I build my business while my babies are asleep. Something like that. Or if I was messaging a personal trainer, it's like 30 minutes a day. I build my business in between my clients or when I'm on my dinner. That kind of thing. So you've got to kind of make it relatable to them if you've got that, you know, if you're going for that specific demographic. So the next part is, like I said, these guys either watch it or they don't. But if they do get that information and then you say, would you want a bit more detailed explanation, you can again try and judge it. For some people that come back and say, yeah, I'm really, really excited, it's just what I'm looking for, I'm like, forget the rhino movement for a minute, forget sending them a recorded call, let's just get on a one-to-one Zoom. So I'm just like straight in there. And again, you've got to judge it on its merits. If someone's saying, yeah, I'm not sure, I'll have a little bit more information, then I'm not going to get on a call with them. I'm going to send them a recording of the opportunity. I'm going to add them to the rhino movement. I also use this line as well. What did you like about it? Because if you say to somebody, what did you like about it? They can't say anything bad. They can only say, I didn't like anything about it. I'm not interested. It's fine. Okay, cool. No worries. So somebody that I'm speaking to at the moment in Hollywood, believe it or not, she's an attorney. She said, yeah, I'm interested. It makes total sense. The fact that it's $50 to join is totally risk-free. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's get on a call. So we got on a call and then I added her into the Rhino movement group. Then I sent her recordings to watch other stuff. And her comeback was, I get it, I'm interested, like there's nothing to lose. I'm just worried about the time. So I was like, okay, you can build it around 45 minutes a day. You're practically doing it anyway because she does a lot of blogging online about cycling and yoga and nutrition. So she's already doing what we do. She's just not getting paid for it. So her objection was time. So you've then got to meet her objection with, I know how you feel. I was exactly the same, and you might want to write this down. I know how you feel. I was exactly the same until I realised that I could build it on, 45 minutes a day. Until I realised that if I just stopped watching TV, until I realised if I stopped gossiping in the canteen with the girls and built this business, I had time to do it. So all that kind of stuff. The follow-up message is this really. A lot of people don't have time to check out the stuff, or they do, and then they kind of daydream and they get sidetracked. You know what it's like on social media. It happens to me. It'll happen to you. So I always send them a reminder. Did you get a chance? What did you like about it? Did you get a chance to check it out? What did you like about it? No, I've not had a chance to check it out yet. Or, yeah, I did check it out and it's not for me. Cool, no problem. All right, so these are the things that you've got to get good at, guys. Introducing, opportunity, following up. Those are the 3 income-producing opportunities when it comes to recruiting. And actually, to be fair, this system works completely the same for building a customer base. The only difference is you change the messages. So rather than saying, would you be interested in a secondary income stream, you're saying, I'm launching a body transformation system, or I'm launching a drop a dress size challenge. Would you be interested in giving it a go? That kind of thing. So the system's exactly the same. It's going through the numbers. It's contacting people, introducing them, following up, getting really, really good at it. The only difference between recruiting and customer base is the message that you send. All right, so get really, really good at this next bit. This is what I talked about. So I want to bring it right back to urgency and documentation. So you want to write a little graph, and I've just shown you how you can do it there, a little chart. So your names of your people that you're speaking to, that you've kind of added, connected with. So this is really your list of names. So this will go all the way down and you build on it. You can break it up into months if you want to. This is what I'm doing at the moment. Put a tick next to them if you've sent them information. Then put a tick if you've sent them a follow-up information. And then your next tick is whether they've either ordered the product or they've joined the business. So I've been doing this all month, and I've got my book here, wherever it is. So there's my book. In here is, and it's really, really simple, guys. Like, it's not rocket science. There's one page out of my list of names. These are all people that I've spoken to. So one of the people that was really, really interested, I had a one-to-one call with, and then she was like, yeah, I'm going to sign up tomorrow. And then she's disappeared off the face of the earth. Like, maybe there's been an alien invasion that no one knows about, but won't answer my WhatsApps, won't answer my Instagram messages. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? I don't know. Seeing no reply. It's fine though, right? You just move on. The other girl that I chatted to was like, I'm interested, but I'm not sure I can afford the £50. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, why don't you do a spending diary and come back to me in March? I've had a couple of people that say come back to me in March. The timing ain't right. I've signed up one girl in Poland and I've signed up another girl in Norway. I've also probably going to close off another 4 sign-ups by the end of the month. A girl in California wants to join as well. I've also got somebody else in Canada. And another girl, another guy joining in March as well in the UK. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is you've got to go through the numbers. So if I look at my ratio so far this month, it is out of 33 people I've sent information to. I only count them as part of my ratio if they've actually got information. If you've just written a name on a piece of paper, that doesn't count. So to get into my ratio, they have to have had info. So if they've been sent the information about the product or the business, then they're part of my ratio. So out of 43 people so far, 2 have signed up, which isn't that bad, to be fair. And I've got a few more. I think that ratio will improve by the end of the month. I guarantee. In fact, I'll do it for you guys. I'll let you know at the end of the month where I ended up out of the people that I spoke to. So what you've got to remember as well is the guys that you speak to in February may sign up in July. The guys that you speak to in February may sign up next February. So just because they're on your... And this is why it's so important that you do the documentation and you follow up. Like, if you don't, then you're missing out. All these people are filtering through your system. And, you know, I'm not really organised. In fact, I'm probably the worst person for organisation on this live. But if I can do it, you guys can do it. And all it is a piece of paper and remembering to write down who you've spoken to every single night and what information that you've sent them information, and then you can go back. So the girl that said she can't afford the 50 quid, you know what? I'll go back to her in March and say, right, are you ready to go? Have you sold something on eBay? Have you managed to find the 50 euros to join? Yes, no, or I'm halfway there, fair enough, right? That's it, follow up. The girl that's been abducted by aliens, I am actually going to message her and I'm going to ask her if she's been abducted by aliens. Have some fun with it, guys. Don't take it too seriously. Like, I'm going to be like, hey, I've messaged you 5 times, you've seen it but you've not replied. Either someone's nicked your phone or you've been abducted by aliens. Just give me a good yes or a good no. I don't want to pester you, right? That's what I say a lot when I'm following up. Hey, I don't want to pester you, so can you just let me know either way? Yeah, I'm really sorry, John, I am interested, it's just been a bit of a bad time. Okay, when is good to contact you again? Right, contact me in April. I had that the other day from a girl that I'm chatting to in Germany, and she said, at the minute, I'm just so busy with projects. I said, okay, is it cool to reach out in March, mid-March? She said, yep, let's do it then. All right, so, you know, you've just got to have, if you imagine 3 ponds, and you're taking a fish from one pond to another, to another, to another, where you're actually saying, right, these guys are out in the open ocean. These are all the fish swimming around. These are the people on your list. I've got to now take them from the sea into a pond. And what I'm going to do is I'm then going to see if they're interested in the business opportunity. If they are, then I put them into the next pond, which means they've signed up. If they're not, I just throw them back into the sea. That's it. That's all you've got to do, and you've just got to keep fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing and going through the numbers. The more numbers you get through, the more more people you're going to sign up. How can I improve the amount of people that join my business? So if I say I've recruited 2 people out of 43, then if I double the amount of people that I speak to, then I'll double the amount of people that I recruit. It's the Jim Rohn line. If you speak to if you speak to 10 and get 1, and I speak to 20 and get 2, I beat you. I'm better at recruiting than you. That's it. If I speak to 30 people and get 3 out of 30, then I beat the guy that's getting 1 out of 10. That's it, guys. It's numbers, numbers, numbers. The sooner you get that into your head, the better you're going to be. And people that are scared of no's, it's bullshit. Like, don't be. Have some fun with it. It's totally, totally fine. It doesn't matter. Like, the people that don't reply, laugh about it. Ask them. Have some fun. I got blocked the other day. Like, and I didn't say anything to get blocked, but some human beings are just weird, right? That's what you've got to remember. So they wanted information, they were interested, then they weren't interested for some reason. Maybe the birds got them, I don't know, they spoke to somebody, and then the next minute I got blocked. So it's fine, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just, that just goes in the filing cabinet. That's one of the people that blocks you. You know, I mean, there'll be people on this call, who's ever signed somebody up, they've been really, really excited, and then the next day they've quit. Like, I've had that so many times. Or people that say they're going to join, but they just never join, right? So there's so many different scenarios out there, guys. But if you've got enough numbers in play, then it doesn't really matter. Because at the end of this month, I can go, or if the month ended now, I can say I've recruited 2 people out of 43 people that I've spoken to. And I can go back to the other people that are still interested and follow up. All right, let me address this last little thing. So, empty recruiting. It is the ugliest part of our business, guys. It gives us a really bad name. Because what happens is people come in and they don't take they join the business, but they don't take the product and they don't build a customer base. So this is the flashing light thing that I was talking about. Make sure when you recruit somebody into your organization that they take the product, so they become their own customer. Why? Because they need to have the product story. Why? Because their orders will count to their promotion. I've never met an NMD that isn't on the product. I've never met an SSC that hasn't ordered the product. So you have to be on the product, guys. So this is the scenario. This is the ugly scenario. You've got 5 team members there. None of them have got their own order on, and none of them have sold any products. Guess how much money you make? 0, despite having 5 team members. So make sure when they're on, they're ordering the products. And number 2, make sure you're teaching them how to build a customer base. So that is it, guys. Get really, really urgent. Document what you're doing. And then you can look back. And I'm going to be doing this every month because it keeps me accountable to myself. Keeps me accountable to you guys. In March, I'm going to try and beat my ratio. I'm going to be able to say, all right, this is what I ended up on in February. What can we do in March to beat February? And then this time next year, I'll be like, last February, I recruited 3 people in a month. This February, I'm already on 10 people in a month, right? By the way, just to wrap up, this is an addition. Like, some of you guys are amazing at getting customers. Don't drop what you're doing in terms of bringing customers in. This is part of the business that you need to now add on to go next level. You will only ever get to sales coordinator if you only ever bring customers in. So you need to get good at building a team from the word go, but keep staying awesome at building customers as well. We don't want that bottom scenario. We want people coming through with 10 orders, 10 orders, 10 orders, 10 orders, 10 orders. And then you've got a business that's growing, that's paying you, that's duplicating, and we're changing lives, guys, and that's what it's all about. So that is pretty much it from me. We are going to be launching, the guys who got 2018 on fire tickets have got first refusal on this one, but you guys are going to get the recordings of it anyway. We're going to be launching our social media calls starting on Monday, so I'll have more information about that. The first one is actually going to be about how to build a customer base, so it's going to be really cool. So get ready for that on Monday night. Remember, we have the opportunity calls. I mean, everything is in place, guys. There are literally 0 excuses now for you. You don't have an excuse on why you can't build this business, because there are calls every night. I mean, I'm doing a call tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK for personal trainers. Then we have the call on a Monday morning for the Aussie team and you guys that want to build in the UK in the morning. We have that at 9:30. Then we have a call with Christine Lever for mums working from home at 11 a.m. I'm also looking to bring in, probably in a couple of weeks, a beautician and hairdresser call, which will probably be Monday afternoons. So, you know what, guys? And then we have the Monday night opportunity call, 8:30. We have a Rhino regional in the Northwest every month. There's a Rhino regional that happens in the South every month. Like, everything is there for you. It really, really is. And I'll just leave you with this. One of our girls that's doing really well was like, what about calls for me? And blah, blah, blah. And I said, do your own calls. If you want a specific call for yourself or you want an event in your area, you know what? Do what I did. Get off your ass and do it. And if you do that, then people will start to come. People will start to jump on your own calls, and people will come to your events. But you have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It's that urgency. It's that documentation. The more stuff you do, the more activity you put out there, the more activity that occurs in your business, the bigger your business will be. It's as simple as that, guys. So have an amazing weekend. See you on all the calls. 8:30 opportunity call. Get busy this weekend. You've just learned how to do all this stuff. Get through the lists. Get through your numbers. And invite. Find out what people want. Hey, you could have 2 or 3 people on the opportunity call on Monday night. See you later.